So, how would you assess the final 10 minutes of the second half?
We didn't play well. We didn't play smart, and I really feel like we struggled throughout the game. You can always tell when a group is locked in, and I thought on our last road trip, the focus, our team defense, and really the possessions offensively. And I know we didn't shoot a great percentage on the road. You have to give credit to the teams we played, but I thought everything was really about the team, and I don't know if I felt better about this year's team on that trip. But tonight we obviously reverted. We had a hard time practicing leading up to the game. I didn't think we had a great shoot around, and I thought offensively a couple times tonight it carried us. Josh Green, it was great to see him play well. He's really been practicing, and he really has practiced well and hard, and I think his heart's in the right place. It's not easy when you struggle as a young player, but he's really gone about things the right way. And, man, I was just happy to see him play the way he played tonight. He really saved us in large part because of his own performance. I thought it bolstered our ability to score and, get 85 points because we gave up 80, obviously. But, I didn't feel it really, like I said, leading into the game. And, it's kind of like, that jockey coming down the stretch, man. You got to pick and choose, but you can only hit it so hard. With the team, you have to pick and choose, and sometimes the best way to learn is just failing. We've done that a number of times, but we have a very young group. We have a group that has a lot to learn. We're very fortunate to win tonight.
Yeah, this is a good day in that sense that you have a learning experience, but a win at the same time.
No. I think if we would have lost, it probably would have allowed them to learn more. It's hard because, there's so much at stake for players individually that what they don't understand until it's over is the respect in our game, college basketball, is always and has always been given to those teams and programs that win and thrive, and not win a few games, but win 25 games, win 20 games, win conference championships. Not only make the tournament, which today is harder than ever, but be able to get into that tournament and win. And when you do that, the team success it carries the individual players. Sometimes you have a leading scorer. Sometimes you have a leading rebounder. Once in a while you have a role player. But no matter what role you have, when your team wins big, the accolades and the individual things that you really sometimes chase and dream of accomplishing, it really happens. But when you don't win, or you win a few and you lose a few, not until sometimes that period is over do you completely understand that you're not going to get out of this what you really want. You have to win. And I thought, although we did a number of good things tonight, there were just too many moments where, we reverted to a quick shot for no reason, time, score, situation, playing hard-nosed, great effort defensively. If they make a shot, you have to give credit to the other team. But you don't ever want to give them one. You don't want to give them a dunk. You don't want to give them an open three. And we struggled mightily on defense. We really reverted. And, Jeff Van Gundy, he said this all the time, and I think he's just an unbelievable basketball mind. You can never evaluate your scheme and in the details of a game plan or the way you're going about things unless you have great effort. Not until everybody is playing with great effort can you evaluate what is it that you need to do better, what is it that you need to change, what is it you feel really good about. And tonight, I can't evaluate really our entire performance because we had so many things tugging and pulling at us, breakdowns effort-wise. And that's not to take away from USC. I mean, they have a terrific team. Andy's a very good coach, and They came in here and scored 80 points on us, and they kept fighting all the way to the end. And that's really to their credit. I mean, they're 17-6. I think they came in with 5 road wins, so they're a good group. I'm not really talking about them. I'm talking about our group. So, we have to learn from this, try our best, and see if we can be better on Saturday, because I'm here to tell you that UCLA is a hard-nosed team. They play defense. They play together. They rebound. And they're a much improved team than where they were 2 months ago or a month ago. I know they're coached well, and they work at it. And they're that group that can come in and really give the sloppy, fat, and happy team a lesson. And we sometimes can be that team. And, it's up to us to focus our group.
How concerned are you on the free throws?
I'm not. It's confidence. It's, we were 28 for 40. We shot 40 free throws, so that's a lot. We shot 70%. So you shoot 70% in 40, but I think, why it feels different is we missed quite a few down the stretch. And but Nico's a terrific free throw shooter. That's really the least of my worries, because, that will regain its form. And again, we did shoot 70%. I'm looking at USC. They had 28 field goals at 50% for the game. They shot 53% in the second half. They were 6 for 17 from the three, but they were 4 for 10 in the second half. And, they shot 24 free throws. The two stats that we really honed in on, and it'll be equally big on Saturday, is our turnovers. We played the entire game with 6. It's our greatest strength. And we were able to out-rebound them 34-30. And but that's deceiving as well, because it reminds me of a couple of other games that we've played, maybe Oregon. We were really in command, maybe by a rebound margin of 10, 8, maybe even more than 10. But it creeped to 4 because we gave up just those killer second shots that allowed USC to stay in the game or make a run or hang in there. If we would have rebounded the ball down the stretch, we would have been fine. But, this is game, for us, game 22. We had that problem in game 1. So, we have to just continue to work.
Building the 20-point lead, I think you guys converted the first 8 turnovers that USC had into 17 points, scoring every time. Do you feel that maybe was where you guys were at your best, taking advantage of mistakes?
Yes, we're at our best in transition. We make, normally some very good plays. Thought we made some really good plays tonight. I mean, we did score 85, so it's not all gloom and doom. But, that 85 could have easily been 90. But I think my concern is that USC had 47 in the second half, and I've just seen that too many times. I know that you guys at times have asked why we're out of timeouts. It's a little easier to say that one timeout when you're in McHale, but when you're on the road and that other crowd's going, all you're trying to do is save your team and get to the end. And I've had that feeling throughout. We're not able to correct ourselves in the game. And, that group needs help, and I try to give them help. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't, but, we'll take it. Our objective is to get a home sweep, but based on our team tonight, we have to be better in some areas and grow and be more ready for UCLA, because UCLA, they play hard. I admire how hard they play. They play hard. And playing against Cincinnati the 8 times that I did, I've never been in games like that, ever. They're the hardest, nastiest games, and a lot of that is just a credit to the coach, and I feel like UCLA is really going down that path, and I mean that in a complimentary way. They're the number 1 rebounding team in our conference. They're the hardest playing team that I've seen, and they really play to win right now. They play to win.
Do you think that that's a factor they've sort of adopted some of Cronin, his philosophy? I mean, I think at the beginning of the year, there was a lot of talk that these players maybe were too soft for him, the way he wanted to run, whatever.
No, I believe that, I know a lot of those players because we recruited them, and there's a lot of good kids and good players. It takes time for a new coach to kind of implement his style and his system, and it's going to take, a couple turns of it for UCLA to be the best that they're going to eventually be. But I do believe they're the most improved team in our conference. If you look at maybe where they were a month ago and where they are today, they're really moving in the right direction. And I know they have a tough game here tonight, but I'm just going on what I just finished watching here over the weekend.
You didn't go with Max or Christian much tonight. Was that a factor of the size and physicality in this game, or?
A little bit. I really wish we'd have played Max more. We've kind of bounced around with him, and it's time for us to give him more of an opportunity. When he's played 16 minutes, I think that gives him the best chance to be himself. And then if he plays well, he can grow that, keeps us fresh. I think Max is just a phenomenal kid. His heart's in the right place. I feel bad because he's had a really good week of practice. I talked about our team maybe not practicing as well. That's not everybody. I thought like Josh Green, Max Hazard in particular, they gave great effort and really, I'm not surprised at all that Josh played well. I really would have predicted that he would play well because of how he's approached these last probably, 10 days. And it's really great to see a freshman kind of bounce back from missing some shots, but he was a big factor in our win tonight. Going to Max, we have to give him more of an opportunity, and that's gonna come. I think from this point on, that's going to be right for all parties and all reasons. Christian, he's going to play every game. Some games he'll contribute more than others, but yeah, we went with more of the physical group, and I thought those guys did a good job.
So Chase practiced earlier this week. What happened that kept him out for tonight?
We're playing 9 players. It's hard to play 10, and that's not to say Chase won't get the opportunity, but we played the guys that we thought gave us the best chance here tonight. He's missed a lot of time.